So I have undressed. So the jacket is in my bag, the waterproof bag. You know, if I sweat as much, it doesn't really make any sense to have a backpack with this back padding and stuff, air circulating and stuff, because I really sweat a lot walking up here. You know that. So okay, then I got some woolen underwear, and then of course the skirts I've never worn, and then I got like summer skirts, summer shorts, t-shirts, and for 4 shorts and 2 skirts I got the appropriate t-shirt, so I can just have a kind of a streamlined look. I learned from the Real Housewives of Here or There. Well, it was New Jersey, I guess. So streamlined would be different than this one, but this one is like summer look, something black, dark down here, and then it has to get lighter up here. That's why I always wear like 2 things that would kind of resemble this style, and otherwise it's like yellow, white. It's kind of still streamlined, but it still contains a bit of contrast, because men are into contrasts and women like similar colors grouped together. So to please women and men and my woman style as well, I do so as I explained. Like during summer it might be a bit more kind of color blocking style, but still the dark on the bottom, lighter on top. And then during autumn, like winter, is 1 pair of trousers, 1 pair of jacket, different kind of gray woolen pullovers. So there is no style going on during winter time. It's got to be warm and cozy and working and cheap. So my pullovers each winter, I trashed some of them, because when the cat died he was peeing into them and stuff. So these ones cost 30 Swiss francs, but they are woolen, merino wool, so they really keep you warm. If you wear just one of those and you just had ages, like 2 months sleeping in a tent during winter time as I was, and then it's kind of getting towards springtime, just that pullover, that sweater is enough to keep me warm. It's not like, oh, I gotta wear a bit more. Some pastor asked me, are you warm in this pullover, this sweater? And I went, yeah. You know, it's merino wool, and I was driving on it, on the bike. Like with that pullover on, I was going by bike 17 kilometers. No, 10, it was 10 one way, 10 kilometers the other way. So yeah. So I'm like, winter time I explained, just some waterproof and wind shielded trousers, and for at home the down overall. And then like autumn gets a bit interesting, because there I really do wear skirts, because in autumn I want to have this part of my body warm. So I tend to wear stockings, and these like going up until here. So these usually are woolen. So if once I wear these and then some trousers on top, that's fine for winter time working outside. But during autumn I actually like to wear those stockings and then some Manchester, it's called, the fabric skirt. So I got one kind of brown orange skirt that again fits with quite a lot of things. Even with this one it would work during, let's say, summer. If there is a cold summer like now it is, I could have worn that skirt easily. So then I got another skirt, a leather one, really tight and kind of like suiting sweater to go with it, and kind of like the stockings and the shoes to go with it. And I used to have like leather handbags so that I could have for going into the city, not wearing like the winter clothes and all the like plastics that go with winter time, like the plastic jacket, the plastic trousers and all of that, so that I could have some kind of nice outfit for going into the city during autumn. Like winter, it doesn't matter. Winter is like, you don't want to be dressed for like showing off during winter time. You really want to have good pair of shoes and all of that. So that one tends to look kind of bulky by itself. So I don't really care for style during winter time, because how could you correct some kind of style when you have to wear such bulky shoes and a jacket that is also feeling like a blanket and like that. No. So then these two skirts I own, and then I own a short like rosé shirt skirt, and the shirts to go with it. So the jacket I was wearing today actually belongs to that ensemble. So it would be a so-called dimmed down rose color and a kind of a lila, a lighter sort of a t-shirt, and if I wanted, a grey sweater, and then on top of that the green jacket. So it would be the red, orange and violet are a family of colors. So these I now have grouped. That's why I do it like this. If I have a light blue, a pink and a yellow, that's the second kind of color family existing. So from these bright colors, these two can be mixed, but then it would look like color blocking. Like color blocking is a lot of the same color and then added another one. So color blocking could be red and some kind of violet. Could be anything. So I'm just saying it tends to get color blockish when you mix those two color families, because they just work by themselves. So it's arranged in a triangle in this color circle, as you know. So when you start with red on the top and you got green and blue, that's like and you got yellow and blue, that's like the start. So between blue and yellow you get the green, so the green is on the opposite of the red. So these two are kind of fighting each other, but also complementing each other. Fighting in the sense that they really, stem from different color families, because if you have one color family, it's the bottom one, green, yellow, green, orange, pink. And the color family red belongs to, when you light it up, it's pink, a light blue and yellow. So that's why they fight a bit, but also they complement each other very well, in the sense if you just can't choose two colors to kind of do something, those would work together, because they have the same strength, they don't kill each other, you know, they have equal rights if you put them in an ensemble. So yeah, and then obviously between red and the yellow you get the red and the yellow you get the orange. So all the colors really are in this triangle thing. One triangle was red, yellow, blue, and the other one was in between the orange, the green, and between red and blue you get the violet. So, you know, and if you mix those again you get brown, right? If you mix in some white then you get these kind of pastel so-called colors. And then like if you mix in some black you get like, you know, the darkish like yellow with black would turn greenish first. So it depends how much of these colors you mix in. So of course, yeah, it's science within art. So you have like Goethe and Newton that came up with a theory on colors, and Goethe mainly was experimenting. So he was like closing the shades in his working room, and then with a prism he found out that adjacent white and black surfaces tend to create like a kind of a color array. So it's either in the red or either in the blue area, saying that you don't see all the colors like in a rainbow. On the prism you get to see, well, there I'm not really sure, check it out, just buy a prism and then put the black and the white paper into, you know, on somewhere, and then like a game put the prism here and there and then look what you get. We did that ages ago, so I'm not really sure what the findings were, but very funny. Like the sun, when it goes down, what you get there is it's a light source that's being dimmed. So any light, white light or whatever light, when you dim it, it gets reddish. Like if you dim it with something, you know, like particles in the air that have no color, like if you dim it with a blue cloth, of course it gets bluish, or the, you know, the dimming and the blue might intermix and you get green. So it's very funny. The colors that are on something like this one, they behave differently than color as light. So color in the light is called subtractive color scheme, and the colors, there is the science about it, painted onto something, or if a material has it, it's called additive color scheme. So your eyes work on the subtractive one because you primarily take in wavelengths, frequencies of colors, right? So when you paint something, it's different than what your eye does because it's particles, it's material. So yeah. Hui.